was like, okay, all right, whatever. But if I was the government, okay, like the prison warden, I would be like, where am I going to send these prisoners? At least they're meeting someone who could be on the straight and narrow. And maybe they would have a better shot at being reformed if they got out and she got to go live with, dumb Joe Schmo, who is clueless that what he's getting himself into. But maybe there's a chance that she will thrive after she gets out, or same with a male. You know what I mean? So they have a place to go when they get out.
Which a lot of prisoners don't, and that's how they end up back in prison, because
thank you.
They don't have family, they don't have friends, they don't have a network.
You just open up the door.
To get a job.
Yeah. And some of them weren't even going to halfway houses. Like they were just like, bye. Here's your bag of clothes that don't fit you anymore that you came in jail with. Like they were putting on the clothes that they got locked up in, Jen, like 8 years ago. And they're like too small, totally out of style. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, you could tell that was the clothes they got locked up in, and they just put them right back out in the street in that. It was, and I'm thinking like she's standing out in a road in front of a chain link fence with a paper bag with her shit in it, and you're like, bye. Ha.
Okay, so your solution to dealing with prisoner release is getting them on dating sites so they can live,
so they can meet somebody.
This is what you think is the solution,
right? This is my solution, okay? As a prison warden, okay, this is my solution. Let them all go on the interweb. And go on to, I'm in jail, dateme.com, whatever, and find them somebody, whether they're stupid and being swindled, which, I mean, obviously on this show, they come out and they claim they're going to be sober. They're not. They completely use and abuse the poor person that they ended up with, more the women to the man, and not so much the men, But my solution is the jail warden is like, let them all meet someone so they can get out and have a chance. All right, I'm a monster again. I mean, hey, at least I'm being honest with my monster thoughts.
This is true. This is very true.
Lauren, what do you think of my idea?
So I was just looking up some of the dating sites to see what was out there.
Oh, is
and okay, so the first one that comes up is called Women Behind Bars. Mm-hmm. And the website this is 100% a scam site. Like, this is like going to take you to a porn site for sure. Cool. Yeah, that's not. It's trying to say that these are the categories you can select for your dating. Black prison pen pals, 30s, 40s, Hispanic prison pen pals in their 20s. White prison pen pals. Yeah, there's no way. Become someone's ray of hope with female prison pen pal inmate search from Women Behind Bars. We're the leading source for those seeking women prison pen pals. So definitely a catfishing situation.
But they clearly, some of them may connect. So you're obviously allowed to use the internet when you're in jail.
I wonder if they can just do anything on the internet.
There has to be like some sort of like, you earn it either because, like certain prisons, they like let you work and you make money, and that's what you spend on like Cheetos in the commissary or new shoes or whatever, classes. Maybe they can earn like internet library time.
Yeah. And then but I mean, I know you didn't take a deep dive, but there's got to be like legit sites. If you go, probably got to really scroll. Like, I think.
Well, there's definitely ones for like pen pals and stuff like that. A bunch of the murder groups I'm in on Facebook, they post them like.
I was just gonna say that
groups for everything. I found the murder groups. I found the sex groups.
So can we talk about the murder group for a minute?
We can talk about the murder group.
So there is sites. I mean, okay, there has to be, because I'm thinking TikTok, we discussed how those two brothers blew up on TikTok, that all the youngsters think they're hot and they should be released. The Menendez brothers. All right, they have one of them. I think is married to somebody he met.
Probably
pen pals.
But you know what? I think it's kind of a perfect relationship, and a lot of women see that. Like, he's not cheating on you. You always know where he is. Like, he's getting.
You don't know that he's not cheating on you.
Well, if you're okay with that, like, that's back to kind of like it's okay to pay for a hand job because you don't want to do it. Like, if there's that kind of stuff,
that's like a happy ending.
Exactly. I mean, he could have other girlfriends though that come to visit him too.
I don't think they're that free with the conjugal visits.
Okay.
And if he's
talking like, but that was a high profile case. So let's just figure anybody can find those boys and send them a letter.
Or if the other girl is going to put money in his commissionary fund, bonus. That saves you Cheeto money. I don't think there's a lot of downsides to this. Do you remember those prisoners in upstate New York a couple of years ago that got out? Because they thought they were heading towards Canada, and one of them was dating a female guard in the prison. Yes! He's the one that got them out, and she like disappeared with these guys, and her husband had no idea, and he's like, "What the hell?" Like, they're like questioning him. They think,
she was having sex with them. It was
one of them. Yeah,
and then she broke them out.
Yeah, and
they used her though. My God, that was a bizarre case. I remember that.
Okay, so just a little back to the Menendez brothers.
Okay.
They are both married.
Okay.
One has been married and divorced and remarried.
From prison.
Yes, in prison.
Of course.
They have a lot more rights than I do.
Yeah. Jen, are they thriving? I mean, Lauren, are they thriving? And
I feel like they're absolutely thriving. Plus all the nude photos are getting sent to them now from that TikTok.
Kids?
Yep. I forgot about that. Now they must, like, because of the TikTok generation, they just had another 2020 special out about them a few weeks ago. That's how I learned that they are so hot on TikTok.
Well, the divorce was because the one in jail was cheating on his wife with another woman.
How do you find that out?
Maybe
does another prisoner squeal and like write you a letter?
Yeah.
Or like the guard's like, "Oh, honey, you're not here to see him. I thought you weren't together anymore. He's got a new girlfriend."
There is love out there for everybody. That is what we have learned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a shot.
Everybody. Did you pull any other news stories, Jen?
There is a hospital employee in Italy.
Yeah.
That has just been accused of skipping work for the last 15 years. He just stopped showing up to work, and they've been paying him for the last 15 years. Accounting just caught up to him. This happened in Catanzaro in 2005 when he left. He's now being investigated for fraud, extortion, and abuse of office. What?
Oh my gosh.
Like he maybe didn't officially quit, but like he quit. He stopped going to work. Like, it's not fraud that they kept paying him, I don't think. Isn't that bizarre? Like,
how did he not get caught all that time though? That's like crazy.
I don't know. I guess accounting just assumed, like, nobody said like, "Oh, he's not here." And I guess it's one of those things you kind of assume that everybody else has like let somebody know that he's quit.
Yeah.
It's freaking bizarre. I read a Reddit article or a Reddit thing from a guy years ago that had been working like 6 years for his company without actually doing any work. Like, his job was basically scanning documents, and the printer broke. So they're like, "Okay, order a new printer." So he orders this new printer, and it had like a ridiculous amount of auto feed documents in it. So all these things he was supposed to scan into this system that like for years he had to like do like manually one at a time. He could load up like 20,000 documents. So he only had to go into the office like once a week and load up all these documents to scan into the machine and then walk away. It was crazy. I should try and find that again. It was a really, really, really interesting read.
Okay, somebody was talking the other day about work from home, and they said that, and I don't know if they were joking or not, but they said that you put like a heavy spoon on your mouse pad on your laptop, and it like makes you look active.
Okay, wait, let's talk. A heavy spoon on your...
Like if you put it on the trackpad where your finger would be on your laptop, it like makes your computer seem like it's active. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but...
All right, I was told now that they have an app, like a thing that you can download, and it every so often moves your, like, makes it look like you're online, like you're working, like there's some app.
Okay, but I work more hours a week than I'm supposed to because there's just that much stuff to do. Like, how do I get a job where I can just put a spoon on my laptop and not work? Like,
but that's because you're so fucking busy though, that you don't have time to, like, you're not like, oh, I can't just be like slacking because you're busy. But what about people that, I guess,
I'm like, who though? But like in this economy, who is able to do that?
People with office jobs, like you have a 40-hour-a-week office job, you're only doing like 20 actual hours a week. Like I look at
how do I get that?
People spend on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, well,
like,
how do I get a job that I can just sit on my ass on the computer period?
Yeah.
Right?
I think maybe you could sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, get paid.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. Let's just go back to getting paid for the Facebook Marketplace again. Hi,
Mel. Hello.
I'm a woman that lives.
Why are microphones so phallic?
Okay, Lauren said it first. I'm a single woman. I need a big microphone.
Mel, we just wanted you to do the show from your therapist's couch. Mel had to join us late tonight because she had to go to the therapist, but we just thought the show would have been great if you just...
I tried to get her to bring the therapist with her.
Yeah, just bring your therapist in.
Well, it would be myself, my therapist, and her therapy dog, who is named Popeye Pugalicious.
Oh, my Lord.
Mel.
I feel like the therapist needs a therapist.
All right, wait. Tell me about the therapy dog. Does it sit on your lap while you cry? I mean, what does it do?
Oh, my God. I love this. Okay. So first of all, she's a wonderful therapist. She's a wonderful, I love her. Anyways, he is a pug and he's like a tan color and with black. And so Popeye Pugalicious, because when I first called her a couple of years ago, she's like, well, I have a therapy dog. I'm like, really? That's wonderful. And so you go there and the dog, the dog can sit he goes up and he sits next to me on the couch and I pet him and I could put him in my lap, and he's a trip. And so the thing is, it's funny because, being 49 now, I'm like, God, I'll never find anybody. A lot of therapy that I do is like about being single, being alone. And she's like, well, that's why I got Popeye. I don't need anybody in my life. I have Popeye, he's there for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm falling in love with Popeye. I want to date Popeye now.
Yeah, that's right. So but when it comes to sex, what do you just use? Peanut butter? I mean, how do you...
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean,
I don't know, Dr. Lauren, what do you think of that? Wait, Dr. Dyson,
Dr. Dyson. Is that too much?
I'm sorry, I'm not a sex therapist. I am not in that category.
Yes,
too much?
Dr. Viviana from Married at First Sight.
Too much. Okay.
Well, yeah, so the thing is, she's older than me and stuff. And so she's just like, yeah, it's hard out there. And I've had my other therapist, she say it's hard to find somebody after a certain age. And I'm like, God, I'm doomed to be an old maid again. You know what I mean?
Oh, you just missed it. We just talked about dating prisoners and how easy it is to get them.
Really?
No, there's hope. The Menendez brothers that are in prison, one of them has been married and divorced and remarried, all in prison.
They're kind of hot too. I mean,
Mel's been watching the TikTok videos.
Oh, are they on TikTok?
Well, no, they went viral on TikTok because the younger generation thinks they're hot and wants them released.
Because they're hot.